What time is it? Your show. Yeah, what time is it? Your show. Yeah, what time is it? Your show. Yeah, he's back from the dead. Your show. Putting it on the map, yeah. Saskatoon. Right next to New York. New York. Yeah, what show, yeah. Your show. What time is it? Your show. Yeah, time to talk some shit, yeah. Your show.
You've tuned in, yeah?
Yeah, fun Maggie. Bark, bark, wolf, wolf, move on to treat, yeah. Keep listening.
Hello and welcome into yet another edition of your show, the Wednesday edition. I am still your host, Gary. We got Phenom on the ones and twos today. Check it out. Still just a hand. Say hello. Look at that. Working hard. The hardest working hand in the biz right there. Boy, that could go a lot of ways, and I stand by it. That guy right there works real hard. And this show, still as far as we know, the only one. Going live, 4 to 5 p.m., Monday to Friday, scheduled viewing, doing it different because no one else is doing it. That's how you stand out. We're always so grateful and thankful that you are along for this crazy ride that we go on each and every weekday as we celebrate this beautiful city of ours and all the amazing people in it and businesses and so much more. And we got a great show for you today like we always do. Each day it's a whole different crew, a whole different show, all different hosts. It's always a lot of fun. We also have a camera that we use to thank you for joining us each and every day around here. And she's hiding in the woods today. This will be a good one. We'll see what kind of action that's pretty good. Ladies and gentlemen, this is how we pay you. Say hello to the Maggie Cam. Oh, she's going on. We had her for a second. There she is. Yes, Marge. How are you, girl? Look at that. Oh, just the best. The Maggie Cam, as always, for our fantastic friends over at Pet Planet on 8th Street. They are your pet's natural grocer. Over the last couple of days, we played you a nice little video that we took while we were in there picking up her food, saying hi to Mike and her boyfriend Leroy, and just letting her roam. Lots of roaming in there. And the video is, the highlight of the video is always Maggie trying to sneak in a treat because they have so many treats there. Giant buckets full, ready to go. And she walks in like the princess that she is, and she says, I'm going to treat myself to a treat or two. And Mike and or Rochelle are always, it's okay. Of course it's okay, because, you know, we're all, hey, look away, look away. Hey, Maggie, come on now, we're on camera. Sorry. Back to business.
That can go on the only pause.
There it is. Only pause, hey? Wow, that's a new one. That really shook me there. So when you walk into Pet Planet on 8th Street, your day keeps getting better. You get to meet the amazing people that run the place. You get to hang out with Leroy. And then the shopping experience just doesn't stop being the best time of your life. We already talked about the treats. Of course, we all know about the treats. But the toys, they have walls full of toys. Giant toys, all the way down to little tiny ones, all those extra durable. And in between, they got beds, they got crates, they got the cleaning station. We talk about it all the time. The best cleaning station in town. Pop right in there, harness them up, then you got your soap, you got your water, you got your dryer. It's all there for you to enjoy. And right beside that, the fridges full of raw food. If you want to change your animal's diet to the raw food diet, they got you covered there. They got walls full of the normal dry foods. Then the cats too, other pets, they got all of that stuff ready for you. They do licensing. They do everything you need, and if by chance they don't have what you're looking for, they will order it for you. And they're also open after hours and on weekends, thanks to Kirsten and Chris. So they're there for you pretty much all the time. And the leashes, man, I gotta tell you, the buckle up collars and leashes, so incredibly awesome. They're all there with all your favorite TV shows and movies and characters and all that. So that's how you get sneezies, Marge. You got to stop with the licking. You're going to sneeze right away, I'm telling you. Don't smile at me. It's like, what are you talking about, sneezes? So there you have it. Our friends over at Pet Planet on 8th Street. Go by, say hello, and the best local pet store on earth. Okay, we say it all the time, supporting local, helping good people, doing good things in our community. This is a perfect example of that. So thank you again to our friends over at Pet Planet on 8th Street. They are your pet's natural grocer. You know, it's almost like she understands everything that we're doing. We're going to go back one more time just so you can see where she ended up right when we finished.
I'm on my spot now.
Yeah,
I'm ready.
It's like, all right, Dad, I'm ready.
We can start the show now.
Marge, we already did it, bro. Good job, though. That's a pretty good spot by you. Wednesdays around here, we go all the way around the world. So much so that we named this Wednesday show the All the Way Around Table. And normally we have Avatar Anderson in the house, Coach Kamatu in the house. They are both busy living their real lives and working and doing all the things you got to do.
What's that like?
This guy beside me, he's always here, and I'm always so grateful. Ladies and gentlemen, say hello to Simon Hiatt.
Gary doesn't realize, but I've actually started living here. It's only a matter of time before he finds out.
Hey, you know what? I think we'd be great roommates.
I think so, too.
I think
We would
get
have
along
a
It'd just
good
be
time.
baseball all the time.
Oh, my God.
That's it.
Baseball and
Each screen in
Maggie.
here would have baseball
Yeah.
games, we have animals. Oh,
When Maggie was doing that thing off the top when you're starting to read with her legs
Yeah.
like this, it destroys me when animals do that. I don't know how they do it or why they do it, but I've had a cat for 18 years. Wrigley, of course.
yeah, it's a perfect cat name.
And he does that thing where he like, rah, rah, and it just still, even after 18 years, just kills
Those little
me.
intricacies, hey? Those little things that they do.
Maggie, she doesn't have the usual amount of legs, but in the words of ZZ Top, she knows how to use them.
Very, very, very well put, my friend.
Thank you.
And I talk about her stump a lot, as I'll be walking by her anytime. If I'm doing anything and I see her stump start to go, I just drop everything and run over and I start scratching her in all the spots that she could possibly be trying to scratch.
Sure.
Because you don't know where it is. And
Sure.
She's just like, like those are the best scratches that we can give her
Absolutely.
because she can't get it herself. So I just drop everything and we jump in and we scratch away. She's just the dang cutest.
That's fantastic.
Shout out to all animals.
Absolutely.
The birthday continues over at the Saskatoon Forestry Farm and Zoo. But before we get into that, time to bring on our final member for the day. Apparently he is in transit, is what I'm hearing. Oh, what's that? He's not there yet? Never mind.
He's
not
just
there
that much
yet.
in transit.
He's transiting so hard right now,
Zoom
bro.
can't find him.
So I guess you can just let us know if you know. It's all good. Let us know when he shows up if he does. And the good news is we don't got to worry about these guys right now.
Hey, yeah, good point. Save those new batteries.
That's the man. Okay, so what do we call it? Curtain jerking. We're gonna pull back the curtain for you a little bit. It's a wrestling term, hey, or Wizard of Oz.
Batteries want to advertise. /give us
LB
batteries.
is here. So they were doing the show to end all shows, the Belle of the Ball around here, the OK Bloomer show, which you
Yeah,
actually
sure.
have made a recorded
cameo.
appearance on, yeah.
Yeah.
And I don't think that one's been released yet, but they were in
Telling
here
my
for-
story of how I met Maya and Bialik.
It's such a good story, too, by the way. And you had photo proof as well. Like
Yeah.
the whole story comes together so incredibly well. They were doing the OK Bloomer, and poor Curtis Anderson, Avatar Anderson, the Kingslayer, if you will. I did tell him that we basically can give him the nickname Kingslayer now. Like he wanted.
I don't know.
'cause he
I don't know if I approve.
He almost lost his hand.
That's true.
Like it was
That's a
closed.
good
It was
point.
gone.
All right,
it was
fine.
gone. So he went through it. So unless things change, which they always can. But shout out to the Kingslayer. He's in here with Sal. When he started, I gave him my pack. I said, all right, this is the last fresh batteries. I only used it for like 2 segments or whatever, so they should be full. They lasted about an hour. They were in here for about 4 hours, maybe more.
Wow.
And Curtis told me, he said, all right, we made it. I said, how many batteries did you go through? He says, yes. And that's like an ongoing joke around here. It's like, yes, it's as insane as you thought. I walked in and he had all the dead batteries from over there. All the packs were opened over here with all those batteries out. Like, he literally went like, what was it, like 5 minutes to 5 minutes, and then reloading again, and then reloading again.
Wow.
For the final episode, just to get through. But they got all 4 done.
Now, final episode. What do you?
Well, just for that run. Just for that run.
okay.
Yeah. So
I
they
get
did
you.
4 episodes.
Sorry,
that
okay.
day. So they needed a lot of batteries.
Absolutely.
Was the point. And we, I said 2 weeks before that, I was like, okay, batteries on the list, garbage bags on the list. We'll get there. And then every day when I'm supposed to go, stuff would come up, and I wouldn't be able to do it. Life will happen. And when you're running a place like this, a lot of times you have these things you got to do, but things get prioritized. And I say it all the time, it's not a mistake if you learn from it. That's how this whole place is built. We've made millions of mistakes, so there's so much learning. And with all of that learning, I learned that eventually you do have to get to those things. So we had batteries on sale over at Costco, loaded up on double batteries, our good friends from Not That Kind of Book Club. New episode every Friday, by the way. Les and Ree were in here recording with LB, and they brought some batteries because they had interviews that they were doing too that they needed them while I was out getting batteries.
Wow.
So we now have basically 3 giant packs of batteries here.
We're good.
The lesson was learned.
Although you got so many shows on the go, this place is so buzzing, so hopping.
That's
maybe
the thing.
that might be like a week's worth of batteries.
We're getting to that point. There was a time not too long ago where I had a pack of batteries sitting in there for about 7 months, just one pack. Because, we were just doing other stuff.
Sure.
And not too many shows needed
Yeah.
these battery packs for these transmitter things. So that's, I guess, a very good thing. Such a positive way to look at it.
I try.
You're very good at it. That's
Well,
why
you're
I say
you're
like
the
my
king of positivity.
You're my positive support
I
human,
try.
dude.
I'm
It's
like the
very
positive
good.
end of the battery.
That's it.
We don't need that negative
outta here.
non-nub having end.
Yeah,
We
take
want
your
the positive
minus
end
out
of those
here.
double A's.
The only thing that negative end is good for is pushing on the spring.
That's right.
That's it. That's how I always do. I look at it and say, okay, that end goes there because the spring's there.
Exactly.
This is Battery Talk, hanging out with Simon Hiatt and myself as we continue on the all the way around table, minus the all the way around version. Speaking of the Kingslayer, and we also have LB in here in the studio right now. August 15th. Would that work for a launch, speaking of new shows, for Gary's Scaries with our friend Caitlin from Strip Down?
I don't have anything.
Because all we really need to do, and again, the curtain's fully pulled back. You're looking at the Wizard of Oz here. All we really need to do that live show is just the overlay, right? Just to get started. Then we can add all the other stuff after.
Yeah, we just need a
Yeah. So once Royal Anders is back, we can get him on all of that. And Gary's Scary. So Caitlin from Strip Down, the social media host, she's really into scary stuff. Like she loves
Sure.
ghost stories and all that. And me, I hate all of it. Like horror movies, no. Ghost stories, no. And as I
That's
look
probably
back,
how she and Curtis found common ground originally.
They're
'cause
both all
that guy
about it.
likes his horror.
Yes.
I've watched a lot
Absolutely.
of bad horror movies in Curtis Anderson's basement in my day.
So they have this idea where they want to sit down and like make it like a late night, like 11 o'clock start time, like PM.
Sure.
And we sit here, put some
yeah.
candles in here, and she scares me with these stories. And then at the end, I want to have the rating system of we're gonna get maybe some camera overlays too, because we're gonna have the how scared is Gary cam, which will just be my pants, and we'll see how much I peed myself.
gray sweatpants. Yeah.
There it is. Yeah. Oh, jeez. No. But either way, that's sort of like the gimmick of the show, and that's how it's all going to go. So we have that coming up, and then we have all of these other shows. And like you say, lots of them will need battery packs. Everything's growing. Everything's moving. And, yeah. Just want to get that out there. Look out for Gary's Scaries. All that occurs.
That's
So maybe
exciting.
August
I'm looking
15th
forward
might be
to
a
that
launch
one.
time. So
Yeah.
that will be good here
I like
on the
scary
network.
stuff.
See, I'm not about it. And I think it goes all the way back to, like when I was a kid, I was always super scared of those scary movies as
Sure.
well. But we had a cabin out at Pike Lake, and all the kids were sitting around and they were telling a ghost story, and everyone's having fun. And then one of the parents thinks it's a great idea, that this genius idea, that while we're scaring these kids, we're going to have someone run out with a chainsaw, fire it up with a mask on, and just see what happens. As you can imagine, some were more scared than others. If we had that Gary's P-cam going, it would be a full-on soak.
Wow.
Little Gary, so
Oh my
scared over
God.
the
I'm
biggest
sorry to
baby.
laugh, 'cause that's-
Oh, it was hilarious. Like looking back now as an adult,
Wow.
like I would do that in a heartbeat. Like that's just funny. But at the time, like I was scarred, so I was even more scared. And then
Yeah.
I was scared of chainsaws and all sorts of things.
I remember as a little kid having a babysitter, which means I was young. Because my parents weren't wanting to shell out any dough when they didn't have to. So I think from about the time I was 7 or so.
You were an adult.
Yeah, you're probably
He's
good.
good. Just stay away from the knife drawer.
Yeah, so I'm going to say I was like maybe 5, and I had a babysitter, and this was one of those babysitters just like, anything goes, whatever.
Do your thing.
So we watched Carrie.
Oh, God, no.
Yeah.
No.
And let me tell you, I'm going to spoil the very ending of Carrie for you. If you haven't seen it by now, you've missed your chance.
Spoiler
A
alert.
hand reaches up from a grave, and I let out a blood-curdling scream that terrified our cats and made my babysitter go into, okay, you can't tell your parents that we watched this movie.
Yes. And did you?
I don't think I ever did. I
yeah.
think I was kind of like, there was part of me that was like, it was kind of cool that I got to do this, but it was
At
terrifying.
the same, well, Yeah, that and for like as far as scary movies go. Oh,
Well, and that's the thing. Like I was just gonna say, because you get the whole blood dumping thing, the famous things. There's
Famous
lots of
one everyone
scary
talks
things
about,
through
yeah.
it. You think you're at the end. They're visiting the gravesite, and then it's rah!
one more time.
Yeah.
And then it starts all over again.
Yeah.
Scary movies, man, not for me. I'm going to
Good
lighten the
times.
mood because the birthday festivities continuing over at the Saskatoon Zoo and Forestry Farm.
Good times.
Our main man, Jeff, the zoo manager, had the big
And-
party today.
Cubs fan, tying into the
Chicago
whole
guy,
Bears
yes,
stuff. Chicago
yes.
guy.
Big time. Yeah, go Bears. Chicago football.
Sure.
That's very well done. I guess the Cubs as well, yeah. What's the
Also
deal
the-
with Chicago and Bears? Is there any connection there? Or is it just
Great
fun?
question. I don't know. The Bears used to play at Wrigley Field. They've played more games at Wrigley Field than they did at Soldier Field.
Soldier Field.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Yeah.
That would have been fun to watch, The
I'm
setup in there.
sure. Yeah.
Well,
It was one of those they really had to shoehorn it in. The
yeah, it would
dimensions aren't
definitely
quite
look
right.
weird.
So,
But
you know,
just to
like
have
there
the
weren't-
ivy on the side, like they want to.
Well, because I think usually it dies by the time football season rolls around, like in the winter.
Good point.
At least.
So it would be It
But
would
yeah.
be green and luscious.
Like
Just a
there weren't
brick wall.
enough concussion threats playing in the 30s, 40s, and 50s.
This
I
is
was going to
normally-
run into a brick wall, an actual brick wall. Like
Beautiful,
they call
by the way,
Lawrence
beautiful.
Taylor or Dick
Yeah.
Butkus brick walls. This is an actual brick wall. You can
Oh,
run into.
my dad will be so happy you dropped Dick Butkus.
Dick Butkus.
One of his favorite football players of
Nice.
all time, right there. So over at the zoo today, it was the big celebration day. They started on Monday, and they've had all these little things going on, and got sales, and all this cool stuff. And then our buddy Jeff, 10:30 this morning, he sat down and did his presentation with stories about Messiah and Coda's journey into the zoo. So he told everyone about how they were orphaned at a very young age, and then they couldn't survive in the wild, so they brought them into our zoo, and that's pretty much the only place where they could survive. So they've been there now for 20 years old. And they had cake and all sorts of really cool stuff, all sorts of treats. And they talked about their future habitat and the plans going on with all of the renovations going in there. And very cool stuff. Special enrichment activities created by the zookeeping team and organized for the Bears. So earlier this morning, they had the big actual celebration for Coda and Messiah, which is very nice. And then throughout the week, they will continue with all the birthday card station. They got the interpretive cart going on. Keeper talks, as the zookeepers are holding daily talks about the Bears at 11 a.m. and 2 p.m. Scavenger hunts, zoo gift shop specials going on, 20% off all merchandise, which is fantastic.
Yeah.
And as well, the Zoo Cafe specials. We'll be having some deals for you with the Teddy Bear Picnic Lunch Special, which is very fun, with all proceeds going to the Saskatoon Zoo Society educational program. So just another example of how they're doing really, really good things over there. And
Yeah.
our buddy Jeff's a big, big part of that,
And
bringing people in and showing them off.
Absolutely. And the Saskatoon Zoo Foundation themselves, they do
Yeah.
such a great job
Absolutely.
of promoting that mission and getting the
Yeah.
word out about what they do and helping keep that alive. They're great people.
And it's so cool to learn about all the ways they do that and all the incredible human beings and businesses and everyone helping out in their own way, donating time and labor and equipment and just really good people doing good things so that zoo can continue to grow and be better and be more awesome as they're doing. They got so many projects on the go.
They used
And
to have an event called Zoo Gala. I don't know if that's still a thing or not, but I always used
I
to really like
remember.
to say Zoo Gala, Zoo Gala,
Yeah.
Zoo Gala. It's fun to say. Try it at
Did you
home.
ever go to it?
Zoo Gala, Zoo Gala, Zoo Gala.
Gala,
I
Zoo
went
Gala, Zoo
to
Gala.
it. I think I went to it twice during my days as a reporter covering it.
I feel like that would be one of those like black tie events or
yeah,
whatever,
it was,
white
it
tie
was
events.
fancy schmancy.
Yeah. Oh.
It was a good time.
I also feel like that would be one of those events where, a Batman villain would show up and then Batman would be like, nah, dude, not around here. You don't mess with the zoo people.
Yeah.
And they take it outside type of thing.
I love it. Yeah.
Yeah, maybe.
Absolutely.
I enjoy Batman.
I love Batman. I've discovered I've never really been a comic book guy. I've kind of had a late in life Batman renaissance. I
bet
really
you it's
do.
because he's the most human one of them all. Hey?
That's I think what
His
it is. He's
superpower
not
is
he
his
doesn't
brain.
have he's just a dude.
That's it. The brain in his wallet, yes.
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
his superpower.
Coincidentally, to completely turn
I love it.
directions.
Let's go. That's what this show is today.
There was another bear that called Saskatoon home that had just very recently celebrated a birthday. Do you know who that was?
I do not.
Barry the bear, the mascot of the
Come
Saskatoon Berries,
Here
like
we go.
a week and a half ago, celebrated his birthday.
1 year?
1 year old.
Barry the bear. How'd you guys celebrate? Voice of the Berries, by the way. In case
Les
I didn't
Lazaruk is the
introduce
voice
you.
of the Berries.
So,
I'm the
PA voice of the Berries.
in-stadium voice of the Berries.
Shout out to that man
We
right
love
there. Yeah.
Les. We
One
love
of our
you,
favorites
Les.
of all. I gotta get him back in
I'm
here
the voice
again.
of the Berries. That
The
made it sound
best.
like I don't like. I love Les. Les
made
is
him
the absolute
sound
best.
angry.
I made him sound angry, but he's got that deep, sonorous,
Yeah. Oh,
intense voice.
just an incredible angel of a human. Shout out to Les.
I think I was thinking about Bane because we were talking about it was like a combination between Les and Bane. but
Dude,
he's-
I gotta tell you, every time we talk about the Riders, 13th Melon, by the way, 6:30 Friday, taking on Edmonton. Sean Bain Jr. is my favorite wide receiver. LB's telling me he's getting close to coming back. Full practice participant. And I've been saying since, was it last year he joined? Yeah, so he came to the team last year. I'm like, the guy's name's Bain. He's like, yep, okay. Rough Rider PR people. Get Bain, like Sean Bain, the mask.
Yeah.
Get him the jacket. Let him come out and tell the people, I was born in the darkness. You know, like get him amped up.
Yeah.
Are you ready to play football, Saskatchewan? You know, like get him going.
Yeah.
Do the full go 1,000% in on the Bang gimmick. That would sell. You want to
That's a
get that out
great
to the
idea.
people. That highlight would be all over TSN. It'd be all over Sportsnet. It'd be all over the internet. Everyone would be like, are you seeing what the Riders are doing? They got a full-on Bane on their
Yeah.
team, dude. So I've been pushing for that a lot, and maybe that will come into play. But yes, Sean Bain Jr. could be back. Very excited. 13th month. We got Bear Talk. We got the Bane Talk.
And look what shirt I happen to be wearing today. Wasn't even planned. The Eau Claire Bears.
And who are the Eau Claire Bears?
I don't know.
I love it.
There's
Don't
a
have to
company called Ebbetsfield Flannels. Again, no free ads, but if you want cool baseball t-shirts, Ebbetsfield Flannels. I've probably got 30 different t-shirts from them over the years. I just stumbled on them randomly once when I was walking down the street in Seattle. And yeah, it's like 90% of my wardrobe.
I love that.
Yeah.
I was trying to think of where Ebbetsfield was. Was that Seattle?
No, it was Brooklyn.
Brooklyn.
The original home of the
way back.
Dodgers.
That's
Yeah.
right. Then they got moved to LA.
Yeah,
Okay.
exactly.
You know, sometimes
built on a garbage
sometimes
dump.
stuff's there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Was that the Polo Field?
No, Polo Grounds was that was in it was basically sort of between Manhattan and the Bronx. It was actually
Okay.
very near the old Yankee Stadium. That was where the Giants played
That was the
when
one.
they were in New York.
And then they moved. So everyone started in New York, and then they just all
Yep,
went out to the West
exactly.
Coast.
Yeah.
And we'll keep this going. Baseball. I want to get back into the Berries as we got Flats coming in for another episode of Good Sports tomorrow. Ethan Menard, the Nard Dog.
Our dog
coming
What a
in
great
tonight.
All-Star game.
All-Star. What do you sock 7 dingers in the Derby?
Yeah, and then was I believe All-Star game MVP.
Yes,
Yeah.
also true.
Just a great hitter, good dude.
That's it.
That's a good team.
This is what I wanted to get into. So that's the jump off. Be looking for it tomorrow. The Nard Dog will be on with Flats for episode 10 of Good Sports.
Yep.
Tell me how good this team is, because like from the outside, I see nothing but wins and positivity and team building and happy fans. Like to have a franchise be this good this early, like that's something special, right?
Yeah, it's really impressive. I mean, they were really good in year one, built that strong foundation, made the playoffs, almost made the championship series, and then
Again, as in year one.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool.
and then this year, fantastic, 37-7. Is that their record?
I was just going to ask you how many losses, because that's how I keep track of
seven
them.
losses
Yeah.
is correct, and now
Which
I'm
is
trying to figure out
crazy.
how many games they've actually played. So I think
Yeah.
it's 37-7. I believe 6.5 games in front of the next best record in the whole league.
Pretty good.
Yeah,
Pretty
they
darn good.
clinched a playoff spot like 2 weeks ago with still a month to go in the season.
Now,
And
would you consider that a good thing or a bad thing?
I
Because
mean,
everyone talks about momentum and
Yeah.
knowing you have everything locked up. How do you stay in the zone when you're just crushing everyone so big like that?
yeah, I'm not worried about this squad. I mean, you
I
never
don't think
know
anyone
what's
is.
going to
That's-
happen in the playoffs.
That's what I mean. It doesn't feel like there's anything to worry about, which
Yeah.
is such a luxury.
Like, I'm not saying print them championship
course.
T-shirts right now, baby, but I'm saying I don't think if something derails them, I don't think it'll be the fact that they were too good.
Too good,
I
yeah.
think this is an incredibly talented team. There's always issues as we head into August because this is a collegiate summer league. So guys who are playing college ball, often in the States, almost always in the States, coming up here just so they have somewhere to play ball for a couple of months. You get into August, all of a sudden those colleges are starting back up again. I haven't heard yet if we're losing any
I
players.
did not even think of that.
And so hopefully not.
Yeah,
But,
because that's a reality for the
it's
league.
an absolute reality.
For sure.
And you understand this is their education. And this is how they take their next step.
You're almost being borrowed from them
Yeah,
just to keep them warm and keep them going,
exactly.
getting your reps in.
Yeah. But the thing is, even though it's all college players, guys playing in the States, still a ton of guys from Saskatchewan. You know, Carter Beck from Cardiff, Saskatchewan.
He was also on Good Sports.
Yeah.
Shout
so lots of Saskatchewan talent in addition to the American talent.
Yes.
Yeah.
So the Barry's looking really, really good. I think about all these teams that you think about that dominate. One that comes real quick to mind as a Boston Bruins fan, breaking the record for most points in a regular season. And then, everyone celebrates, says, that's great. And my whole family's going to be so mad at me for bringing this up. But then you go in the first round and you lose out. Because
Those things happen all the time.
You don't get that killer instinct that you should have because you're so used to just that free ride where everything just works. And then all of a sudden people game plan for 7 games against you and they, make you realize, maybe we weren't that as good as it looks because you got no finish on the back end.
I think one of my favorite sayings that sort of ties into that is that good teams make the playoffs, hot teams win in the playoffs.
The one. That's exactly
if you
it.
go cold,
Yeah.
it's...
That's the argument people have, at least in the NFL for sure. Once you clinch that spot, it's like, are you going to sit everybody, let them rest up and get better, or do you want to just stay cutthroat and keep going?
Yeah.
And a lot of times, the guys that sit around, they ain't ready to go when it's just one game and you move on or you're done.
Yeah.
And so there's so many dynamics in all that. Sportsmen, absolutely love it. LB, I'm not talking to you. I'm talking about you. You're good. You keep doing your research over there. He made some beef jerky. I wish I could say we saved you some. It was freaking incredible. He doesn't have like a dehydrator. He doesn't have a smoker. He just did it in the oven.
Wow.
And he's got his list. So he did all these things. I told him to name his flavor that he had for this amazing jerky. And he tried. It wasn't very funny, so he's going to keep working on it. But he's got all sorts of crazy flavors in there. As I talk about that beef jerky that he made, and then we so quickly ate, because it was so good, like the best compliment he could have, it's got me thinking about our friends over at Bugsy's.
Oh, yeah.
As Jerry and Marlene, my cousins from Ontario, were in the house today. I gave them the full tour, and it's pretty cool to see people treat this place like an action, it was almost like we were on the set of like a big talk show, like on the big networks, because they watch from Ontario all the time, and they're always watching and telling everyone all about what we're doing and this and that. And then they got to come in and say, so this is the place. And they did a photo shoot up here, and they had a photo shoot over on the second set, photo shoot in the tooth booth. Shout out to Dr. Hausman and Associates, as they lit up. They could see, so this is where this happens, and this is how that works, and just the whole dynamic of them coming in here and like being really, really excited about what we're doing. It's such a refreshing feeling because we're in here every day and we're just going. And I told them, I said, sometimes you forget how incredible this all is.
Look at this thing you built.
Yeah, like
This is crazy.
it's nuts. Like I was showing them how the cameras work and
Yeah.
the TVs and stuff. And as we're doing that, I'm having all these flashbacks telling this story about how LB was the guy, the engineer who put it all together, and learning about all this stuff. And then I showed them all about how we have worksheets and the invoices and all like the behind the scenes stuff that I always say is like the bane of my existence.
Here's how the
Another
sausage
bane.
is made.
Yeah. And just to see how far we've come as far as all this has been set up and all the cool stuff. It gave me
It's unreal.
it gave an appreciation, I guess, again, because when you're in it, as you know, you forget about how special something like this is.
And my best friend in the world, Jackie Kripke, she
Shout out
was here.
Jackie!
She came in.
Yeah.
We were talking about staying wild. Her partner, both in terms of life and the business, Damien. Two people who have worked in television many, many
A long
years.
time.
They have a ton of experience. They've both been in here, and they were both just blown away by the setup. They love what you got going here, and it's so cool what you guys have been able to do.
Very
here.
odd. What we have been able. This is yours too. This is what we're
Yeah,
talking about.
I'm
It's
an
yours
interloper.
too.
I'm a latecomer.
This whole thing, man, we can't do
Hey,
it without each other.
this is cool.
And that's the beauty of it. If you
Can I
ever,
be on your show?
If people ever ask, how do you do something like
talk
this?
baseball?
You need really good people. People that aren't looking for anything in return. People that just want to help. And that's how this whole place has been built. And that's the people we surround ourselves with. So it was a big appreciation afternoon for myself around here and for Maggie as well.
Absolutely.
As everyone always comments on her Employee of the Month streak.
It's fantastic.
Going on. What would it be? We need about 6 more up there. So I guess it would be like 14 or 15 months.
Man,
Crush
so
it.
good.
Yeah. Best in the biz. Bugsies, join the 69 wing crew. As these bad boys right here, I'm telling you, going back to Jerry and Marlene, they were at the condo, and first thing they said when I walked in, I haven't seen them in like a year, first thing they said, so really, were the cinnamon bun wings really that good? Like, yeah, they were.
All right.
Dessert wings. Like they got the cinnamon dust on them, and then they got that icing over top. And so we had the Sweet Escape, which is a honey garlic parmesan.
Oh, that sounds fantastic.
And it's got like the parm, like actual parm, melted on top of it. So you get that sweet and savory over there. It's like, oh, this is amazing. Eat about 3 of those. Like, I think I need a little dessert. And then boom, in comes the cinnamon bun.
Awesome.
Bang, and you're doing that. It's exactly how it sounds. And that's the whole point of this passport. You can pick up Lawson Heights or Markham Mall Bugsies. 69 different flavors that you would probably never try. They work so hard. They got the mad scientists in the back doing all of these things, mixing them together, getting them ready to go. Then when Brad and the whole family over there said, all right, we're ready. Let's start promoting this. We said, okay. So we got our passport, and we started knocking them off. And they got the dry wings. They got the wet wings. They have hot, dry wings, which I'm excited to try. And I think they watched this because we talked about those cinnamon bun ones for about 2 weeks. They showed up. Ooh. So I'm sort of scared to be talking about.
I'm missing out on wings. I'm missing out on jerky.
I don't blame you. You should, because they were incredible. Again, shrimp tempura. So they sent us an appetizer and 2 wings. I know. I ate 2 shrimps. I never eat shrimps. And they were so good. They have a mango chili dipping sauce.
Oh, yeah.
So we get into all that. But these dry hots are the ones that are sort of attracting me now, because you think of a hot wing, you think of the hot sauce on it. So it's like a dried Frank's Red Hot, and they got like a dry sriracha that they put on, so it's a dry hot wing. That might be my doorway into the hot wings.
Okay.
Because I whenever it's wet, I get it all over myself, as you can tell.
Yeah, I'm not a spice guy.
I got a lot of savors. Yeah, I'm not a spice guy in any way. So I want to try that out, but they have so many, like a hot Italian wing, maple chili wings, and they just don't stop. And they're putting other ones together, like the smoked lemon, which is a lemon pepper with smoked applewood. So it's got all these different flavor combinations, and they're always putting them together. And like garlic and beer wing.
Sure.
You order them, you get them stamped off on your passport, and you can also order online with Skip the Dishes and Uber through Smitty's. You just get the plain wing, and then in the memo, tell them the flavors you want for your passport, and they'll knock them off. And Tuesdays and Thursdays are wing nights as well, so other more affordable ways to get your passport knocked off. And then once you do that, you're joining the club. You get the shirt. I did the 69 at Bugsies. This is the Ruckus Cock enjoying it right there. And the shirt is your badge of honor saying, yes, I did all of them. And you will find very quickly that your normal wing orders that you use for everywhere else you go for wings, those will change. You'll start asking people for the cinnamon bun wing, for the Sweet Escape, for these ones that you can only get here because they're the only ones doing them. So all the love to our friends over at Bugsies. Again, this Friday will be another pregame feast. Thanks to them as we continue to remind everyone to join the 69 Wing crew and do the 69 at Bugsies with all those amazing wings. Whew, live reads, man.
Well
We're
done.
doing them all. We got a horn there. I took my note.
Yeah, I took mine out too.
As I'm assuming the transport in Melbourne, Australia is pretty serious today.
Yeah,
if we lost coach number 1. He's usually pretty good at, even when he's on the road.
Yeah.
So.
He took us on like a whole subway ride.
That was
once.
awesome.
It was fantastic.
Yeah.
We made a new friend.
Yeah, and then we did. And then he almost got pulled over while he was driving to another one. It's good times. So if you think that a live read could benefit you, if you want to join this amazing movement of good people doing good things, lifting each other up, no one here tearing anyone down. We're just lifting and lifting, saying, come on, no one's here to get rich. We are all here to just be comfortable in a world that is making it so hard to be comfortable. This is what we're doing, helping each other out. Just send us an email, get in touch, let us know. Okay, you got charity, organization, we are here for you. We even made a catchy little song about it. I'm going to sing it. Simon, I don't really notice. Sometimes I hear you, it's going a little bit here and there. You're easing in. I like the background vocals.
Have a singing story that we can tell on the other side of this.
Dude, you want to tell it now? Hold on, watch this. Get out of here. Tell the story, and then we'll go back to it. I'll sing the song.
This is going back to Barry's birthday.
Happy birthday,
which we
Barry.
celebrated there at Next Gen Patch at Cairns Field.
Yes.
We had cupcakes. We had also all the mascots came out and celebrated with him.
I love
it was fantastic. Yeah, the mascots are great.
Yeah.
And then we're going to sing Happy Birthday to Barry. And then so I'm sure this was purposeful by the director, the person who runs things.
Of course.
Just kind of slips it in casually. Oh yeah, Simon, if you could just lead "Happy Birthday" over
Oh,
the
no.
microphone
Oh, no.
and sing in front of 2,500 people.
No bigs.
Pardon? I thought our host was doing that. Yeah, no, yeah, you could probably just do that though. Hey.
Oh, no, I do stats. I do Simon Says. I don't sing.
Yeah, I don't sing. My voice was meant for other things. It's not good for singing.
So how did you get around this? I want to know what the
I
answer
sort of
is.
what I decided was I was going to approach it because I've always wanted to sing the seventh inning stretch at Wrigley Field.
Take him out
So
to
I
the
sort of
ball
approached
game.
it like
I
that.
Like that. Okay.
I even started with a one, a two, a three, and then I thought the way I'm going to do it, I'm just going to go like whatever the opposite of a falsetto is. I'm going to go real deep.
LB, what's the opposite of a falsetto? Tenor?
No, there's not really an opposite.
Oh,
I decided I would go real deep and kind of and gradually move farther and farther away
Until
from the
they take
microphone and
over.
hope that the crowd. So, happy birthday.
And then the crowd goes. Yes, I like that.
So happy birthday, Barry.
Very
It was.
well done.
I apologize to anyone who's in attendance. At least you got free cupcakes for having to listen to me sing. I'm sorry about that.
Even if it was just a couple words. It's just a couple lyrics. And no points to LB for being in the Fireside Singers. Shout out to all the Fireside Singers. We love you guys.
Oh, yeah,
But this guy
Fireside
trying to
Singers.
act like
Jordy
he's
Houghton.
He's doing he likes that. Look at
Jordy's
go.
the best. Jordy
We got a
and
lot of
Jamie.
them. And my
I've
sweet
known
Megan.
them forever.
I just saw that Megan's birthday was a couple days ago. I missed it. Happy birthday, belated to Megan. And,
And Basil
everyone at
Houghton.
Fireside. Yes, everybody.
The whole Houghton family. They're great.
This is it. I love this. But the fact he's acting like, oh, raw. I don't know tenors and falsettos and this or that and this. Yeah.
When you have a low voice
And you go super high.
then you go into like that upper
Yeah.
register.
Right.
Like the bread and butter song. I like bread and butter. I like toasted jam.
But
No.
there's not, I've never
There
heard
isn't
the
a.
word for the opposite.
You're going abnormally low.
False bass, I guess.
There,
False
thank you. I
bass,
knew you could get there.
Yeah.
You could have said anything. It would have been like, yeah, of course.
Yeah,
Hats
that's
off
right,
to
yeah,
LB. But
that's
you're
what
like,
I was
I don't
doing.
think what exists. Like, well, make one.
To be accurate, I don't need to fact check.
No.
Trying to be accurate.
Legend has it is your free pass to say whatever you want. You just use it and let it go.
Google it.
Okay, now we're going to get a full response. Well, he does that. I will sing this song. Get in touch with us. Send us an email, and we will help you, your business, your charity, your organization, whatever it is. We'll help you. We'll help you out.
Full voice is what they're called.
Full voice?
Hey,
I went
knew
full
it.
voice.
So basically all they have to do is
I went full
chest
voice.
voice. It's just normal singing.
Sure.
Yes, of course.
But to me that's wrong because also
There it is.
it should be like if a person with a high voice tries to fake singing low. I don't know. Whatever.
What is it called when guys on a show listen to a guy who isn't mic'd,
That's
and we're
what-
the only ones who can hear him?
and
Just
it's-
realize that.
and
Albie.
it's
Thank
even-
you for this information.
And it's
but-
even funnier when it's the head engineer, like the guy who should be the most on top of that. Be like, I shouldn't be talking
Right.
like this. But so
but
when he
he's
does
got,
it, we let
he's
it
got
go.
wisdom to share. Oh, hang on.
He's got to go. He's got the Twitch mic go. We'll get to that point. I'm going to sing this song for you now. Just send us an email to contact@dufferinav.com. That is the email. This is the theme song. Man, our harmonies would have been perfect if I would have led a little better.
Yeah,
Either way,
you were
that was pretty
definitely
good.
the problem there.
One down. Again, shout out to the Fireside Singers. We're showing you how
Love
bad
you,
it can
Fireside
actually
Singers.
be.
Love you, Jordy Houghton.
If you're not talented like they are, you end up this. We're like the.
Try to record that little jingle.
That would be good.
Oh my God.
That would be good. The website soon to be updated as Royal Andros returns. We're going to get them all the info for all the new shows. Hey, Not That Kind of Book Club, one of those shows. Right there, just like the email, minus the contact and the @ and then I like to put some Brooklyn spin on this one, like I'm bowling. And I like to do it like that, and just send her over. There you go. That's what they call a 7-10 split right there.
Beautiful.
You know,
Tough one to clean up.
I keep trying to think of like bowling terms, and there's not many out there. I always just end up quoting.
Yeah,
Pete,
turkey.
Pete Webb. The turkey's a good one. I know that one. Pete Weber, pro bowler.
yeah.
He's the guy who won a tournament or whatever it was, and he says,
Who do you think you are? I am.
And for years we quoted that, being like, "That's so funny."
That
and then
is
we
the best.
and then we found out he was actually saying that to like a 13-year-old kid who was chirping him. Like Pete Weber's apparently not the best guy in the world, but he's like yelling in this kid's face with that huge like viral moment. So,
Nonsensically.
yeah, making
Words
no
that don't
sense.
make sense.
I am. It's like,
But
what
so
do you mean?
confidently.
But, yeah. Well, and when you're the champ, right?
Yeah.
That's it. LB was showing off the Twitch microphone that we have set up over there. Twitch.tv/Dufferin Ave Media. That's where you find us. We got Mondays, Gaming with Brooksy on Mondays. Brando and Gary Get Good at Games on Tuesdays. Friday nights, we do Brando and Gary Get Good at Games with Guests. That's where our main man, the Phenom, comes in. This Friday, it will be on location at Uncle Brando's crib, along with his beautiful puppy, Big Urs. And he's going to do some stuff where we get back in for the final episode, our final journey through Final Fantasy VI, as we're going to end up trying to take down Kefka's Tower, which is going to be pretty wild. As a guy who knew nothing about Final Fantasy for 42 years of my life, I'm just being opened up to this whole crazy world, and it's a lot of fun.
I've never played it. Like, I like video games. I played, like, every Zelda game, all of it. I've never played Final Fantasy.
Zelda, right there. Yeah,
They're making a Zelda movie.
I saw that. That's very exciting.
I'm interested.
Very exciting.
But is Link going to speak? This is the big issue.
And we're playing this one as well, Shining Force. Well, this is from Shining Force 2. That's Metal Matt shredding that up. But we're playing Shining Force 3, and they also have the, what do they call it? The silent and protagonist, I think it's called.
Okay.
Whatever it is, where your main character doesn't talk.
Oh.
Just like Zelda. So this sort of series took that same road with the hero that doesn't talk, which is very interesting. So you can't do a whole thing without Link
you
talking,
probably
right?
have to have it.
Something's got to go on, or maybe not. Who knows?
My wife just started playing Breath of the Wild. She was like hesitant to play anything with multiple buttons.
When's the last time you saw her?
It.
I know that game eats people up for like months.
And she's working on her master's degree right now too, so she's really good and disciplined. But yeah, when she has free time, it's Zelda time.
That's what you got to do, because that game, you want to talk about incredible, big, huge, awesome games. Yeah, it's like, one of those ones where I can't get into. It's like Skyrim, where
Phenom
if I try to, this guy knows all about it. So yeah.
And I was like, yeah. And then after this, you get to do Tears of the Kingdom.
It just keeps going.
Yeah.
Just keeps going.
Yeah.
Shout out to Hyrule and everybody rolling with Princess Zelda.
Except Ganon.
He's the worst.
He's a jerk.
Whatever. Yeah. We don't like that guy anyway.
Mention one more Barry thing
Always.
real quickly?
Hold on. I'm going to send this thing up to the roof.
Get that out of here.
Yeah, go on.
That's
anyway, Twitch is done. Go ahead, sir.
Just announced. What's that, sir?
You didn't get to your Twitch until right there. That took you a long time. Normally, when the second that thing comes up, you do your Twitch.
That's good. We're all over the place. I'm all full of this energy drink that you've foisted on me. Yeah, it's great. I love it. I want 10 more of them.
They are working today. I am with you. Okay, Barry's story.
We just had the All-Star game in Okotoks, Alberta, where Ethan Menard was named MVP, and our conference, it's so hard for me to wrap my head around it, but the Saskatoon Berries are in the East because it's a Saskatchewan and an Alberta thing. It just feels so weird to say we play in the East, but we do. East won, rain-shortened game, great time had by all, huge crowd in Okotoks. Hey, you know where the All-Star game is next year, Gary Nickel?
Right here.
Right here in MFing Saskatoon.
Woo! Oh, that's going to be wild.
2-day event it's going to be. First time ever, home run derby and all that fun stuff on day 1, game on day 2. Can't wait.
I'm so pumped for derbies. I want to get in the back. I'm going to get behind the field with the kids in a glove.
Oh, that's a good idea, because you probably could at
and I'll be throwing them too. Get out of here, kids. Like
who's that guy hanging out in right field at Likos Field? Never mind.
Don't worry about him.
Everything's fine.
Oh, it's so funny, too, because I struck out so many times at Likos, man. So the Rhinos we get one game a year at Cairns for a while, then we play like 4 or 5 at Likos. So that's
Likos is a solid field.
Oh, man. That's where you feel like the pro. You feel like you're a pro. And then they did like the infield and redid everything. It's just amazing. I miss them. Shout out to the Rhinos, man. I keep thinking I'm going to have time to be a Rhino. And now it's 2 years. It's like, man, I was talking about doing like pre-game shows from there and all these exciting things. I haven't even made it to a practice. Like I'm so sad about that. But then you look around this space and we talked about how grateful we are that this awesomeness is happening. It's like, okay, well, let's go into a good thing. So we love baseball.
We do.
Before we get to the Jays, because there's a lot to talk about there. I do want to shout out again, my man, the boys out in Martinsville, this Super Skills Elite Hockey Development, superskillshockey.ca. Head on over there, check it out, as we're talking the state-of-the-art facility, that brand new Martinsville Rec Center. They're right in there, up on the top, right around the rink. And it's so cool. They got the hockey treadmills going, they got the targets shooting, and we've done a bunch of videos for them. And everything is like top-notch, next-level stuff going on. And they're taking sign-ups now to get in there, and they have drill videos, and then they have other videos that are on a delay, so you can look up, watch the drill you're doing, do your drill, and then look up and see how you did at the same time. And LB and the crew, they've been out there getting all that stuff together. Really good people doing really, really good things. We say it all the time, and it's another example. So superskillshockey.ca, you can check them out. They're also all over the socials, as they always have like big name hockey players coming through too.
Very cool.
Like guys that are coming up, guys that are drafted, guys that have played already. They're all coming through and doing like sort of like those like celeb things where they'll come in and like talk to the kids and stuff, and you get to see all this stuff. So really, really exciting things going on out at the brand new Martinsville Rec Center with our friends at Super Skills Hockey. Superskillshockey.ca. Check it out. Get your kids signed up, and you will not regret it. It's incredible, incredible stuff going on there. It's like a space station. Like I walked in there once, and it's like all I set up. It's like, man, this doesn't feel like we're on Earth right now.
Yeah.
Like just the lighting and like the different lanes, and like you got a giant treadmill you're skating on. You know, you hear about it like in the pros, sure, and all like these big places, yeah. But to have something like that here, it's like, man, that's really cool.
Yeah.
So
That's awesome.
be sure to check all of that out. As we continue on the All the Way Around table, this might be the fastest show that we've ever
Flying
done.
by.
Why is that's just us, eh?
It's
That's just us being
us.
professionals.
Those other guys are just
They're
clearly
weighing us down.
extra weight. Yeah.
As no Coach Kamatu, no Kingslayer / Avatar Anderson, and no Coach number 1. But we got my main man, my main man.
The main mermaid
the
man.
PA. I'm going to start saying the PA voice of the Berries.
Sure.
Just so we don't get confused with Les.
Yeah, I don't want to
understand
take
you
any of
hear
his
that
credit,
shine
because
when
he's the
best.
man. He is the voice.
Absolutely.
But if you go to a Berries game, you hear my voice.
You
If
will
you're
play some
watching the
Simon
Berries
Says
game
with
at
this
home,
guy. Yes.
Exactly.
Hell yeah.
Chance
So
to win a Berries cap.
the Toronto Blue Jays.
Toronto Blue Jays.
I want to know, because I'm sitting there watching that game yesterday. I took a little break from in here, and I'm like, all right, let's see what's going on with the boys. Saw they were down. I was like, okay, so this is the one where they finally blow it, blah, blah, blah. Claw their way back, tie it up. I'm like, man, this team's never going to lose again. Like, I went on the full roller coaster, all the ups and
Break your
downs.
heart.
The night before, Jeff Hoffman comes in and just shuts her down.
Mm-hmm.
So much so that he gets the post-game water shower. Like, he's the guy, main event.
Yeah.
Last night, you bring him in again. And, you know, they talk so much about closers, and you always want to bring them in. But at the same time, they say there comes a point where you got to give them that game off. Like, you can't force them in.
Right.
Last night, it had nothing to do with the mechanics. Like, his velo was great. He was looking great. But he just hung one up there. And boy, oh boy, I forget the name of the Yankee that socked it. It wasn't wasn't one of the bigger names, I don't think.
Was it Austin Wells? No, that was an earlier
Yeah.
game.
Jazz-
I'm blocking on it too.
Yeah.
I was only half watching.
And
the
I think
Jays.
that's the point of the story,
Yeah.
though, is that he was not like your Stanton. He's
It
not your
wasn't Aaron
Judge. He's
Judge.
not those guys. Yeah.
It wasn't Cody Bellinger.
Yeah, so it's not like a guy that you should be avoiding. He just, and I think he had like 97 on it too. It's just right in that spot. And dude,
Was it Ben Rice? Was it Ben
Yes,
Rice? It was
that's
Ben
who it
Rice.
was. So Ben
Found it.
And was he like a big time?
He's
big
a
time
guy who's
prospect.
not a big time prospect, but he was one of those like no one really heard of him, and then he started doing things in the minor leagues, and then he actually came up as a catcher.
Kind of like a big dumper.
Kinda.
Okay, without all the craziness that is big dumper now, but yeah.
And he's the last couple of years he's kind of there's been a little bit of is this guy a thing?
gonna
He
go
might be
type of
good,
thing,
and every
yeah.
now and then he has those.
Boy, oh
moments.
boy, he sure had one last night. He put up like third deck, like way over that beautiful Metro fence they have out in Centerfield. I always shout out to Metro Fencing, family business out there. They did. I would tell anyone who would listen when I was good. Yeah, my family, my cousins, they built the fence for the back of the Sky Dome.
Cool.
Just so you know.
That's awesome.
And so that's always like a big claim to fame. But boy, oh boy, did that thing ever leave quick. And poor Jeff Hoffman, that one moment took away like so much growth that he had. Like they were talking about how he like quietly became the 4th best closer in baseball, if you will, as far as saves go. And then I think that was like the Sunday. And then the Monday came, he has his shutdown. It's like, all right, this guy's in the zone. Then you roll him out on the Tuesday. He gives up another one. And he also, I think it's like something about blown saves. He's also up in there.
Yeah.
But is there any sort of, any sort of story to tell behind the idea of putting your closer in back-to-back games like that? Like, do you think that was one of those moments, or that was just where he just didn't hit his spot?
I mean, in terms of Jeff Hoffman specifically, I'll be honest, I don't necessarily know if that's a problem. You kind of want to be, if you're a closer, that's kind of
Every
what
day
you're bred to do.
You want to be
is
out.
come in,
Yeah.
2, 3, 4 games in a row if
Terminator,
you have to
Tom Hankey,
for
get
one
it
inning.
done. Yes.
Because they're a different creature than a starting pitcher. The thing that always drives me insane, and my wife has heard me talk about this endlessly, is when they bring in closers in a non-save situation.
Yes.
Because it always goes horribly wrong.
And that was last night, by the way. It was a tie game, 4-4, and they brought him in.
And that's not as bad as when you bring him in when your team has like a
I guess
four-game
and that's not a blown
four-run
save
lead or
either, though,
something.
right?
Yeah.
So that's good.
No, that's right.
Yeah,
He
okay.
took the,
Little
he
bit
just
better.
ended up taking the loss.
Yeah, you just take the L.
Which is probably worse. But bringing him in a non-save situation, it always drives me insane.
Same way.
But
Why would you
I'm
do
fine
that?
with it in a tie game because it's like
Game on the line,
especially
need your
when you're
best
the
guy.
home team.
Yeah.
There isn't going to be a save, so what you're asking for, just like in a save, is one shutdown inning.
Yeah, get us to
give
the
your
extras.
give your team the chance to win the game.
Just get us to the extras, or at least to the bottom. Yeah,
Yeah.
like you say, where you could walk it off.
And I think Jeff Hoffman's a great pitcher.
So I was thinking
it's been ups and downs. Absolutely.
Yeah, and there was all this talk about bringing in relievers like the old Kansas City did back when they took out the Jays in the LCS, won their World Series. And it's like, if you're going to go after guys, would you be of the like mind of getting closers and then stacking them in like a Dwayne Ward to a Tom Hankey type of thing? Like, do you love setup guys? Because it feels like they don't really have that setup guy.
I would love a strong
I'm the same way.
back arm bullpen. Like, I mean,
Give
you're
me
talking
those
about
guys that have their innings that they always do. You got your 8th inning, you got your 9th inning
Yep.
guy. Like, I always go back because that's who I grew up with, was Dwayne Ward and a Tom Hankey.
Exactly.
Do that. Get your two
Yep.
guys, and then once Terminator gets old and goes down into the lava and puts his thumb up like that, says I'm out, then Dwayne Ward becomes your guy. Then you bring in your new guys. And you sort of have those things so you know when that inning comes, you're the guy.
I look forward to being here every week. I'm really looking forward to being here next week because it's going to be the day before the trade deadline.
Oh, we're going to have a trade deadline
and
show.
we're going to have a trade deadline show. But
Maybe we can break some on the air. That might be fun.
Maybe.
We'll have it on the screen, I think.
But like they're talking about maybe the Guardians make Emmanuel Clase available.
Yes.
He's probably the best closer in the
baseball.
game.
Yep.
Maybe the Twins make Yohan Duran available. He's up there as well. Maybe the Royals make Carlos Estevez or Lucas Urseg available.
Yes.
You know, there's
I got Urseg on my fantasy team too. To be proud of me.
good.
Yeah.
There's some names out there, and it's so hard to say who will actually be made available and who's going to be willing to pay the price because there's so many teams with the expanded playoff format. So many teams feel like they're in it. They want to add. You know, everyone's coming after the Diamondbacks because they want Eugenio Suarez and Merrill Kelly and Zach Gallen.
Yeah.
And it's like, the Diamondbacks are still kind of in it.
When you think about the fact that those three guys that people would want, they're on the same team. Like, they're that good, and they're on the same team, so that team would still have a chance. That's sort of thing. And I love how you take these sort of I throw these open-ended questions to you, and you take them exactly where I want them to go.
Oh, thanks.
What I wanted to ask you was, who are those target bullpen guys?
Yeah.
And you said that
Those are the
perfectly.
closers. I mean, if you expand it to guys who, might be able to be put into that just sort of a late inning, high leverage spot, not necessarily the closer, then it opens it up a bunch more. And because they're not a closer, you're probably paying less to get them. Like, if you're confident in saying, no, Jeff Hoffman's our guy, we just need to be able to get to him. With guys that you feel running out there in 7th and 8th. Then I would be the Jays. I'm going to say it. The Jays will add someone in that role. I don't think they're bringing in one of those big closers because I think they have other more pressing needs. But I think legitimate back end guys, I definitely think they'll do that.
See, normally when I follow a team for this long, like I have this year with the Jays, I know bullpen in and out and all that stuff, but this bullpen that we're working with here as a Toronto Blue Jays organization, talk about a lot of guys that you don't know much about stepping up. And it seems like the Jays are always doing this with their bullpen. Like, besides Yariel Rodriguez, who's been insanely good.
Jimmy Garcia, I think, is a really good pitcher.
And he's out right now.
Yeah, exactly. And do we know when he's back?
I don't know. I think I saw a 60 beside his name, and that scared me a little bit.
Oh, sorry. I didn't realize
but
that.
And it's because I was thinking about Santander coming back, and he also has a 60 beside him. And Alek Manoah apparently just pitched on Sunday, which went pretty good, possibly. So he could be a guy. Didn't hear much about Bowden Francis coming back, but and Dalton Varsho, that's another guy. Like we're like this team could end up having a trade deadline without making a trade, just with those starters coming back.
Getting those guys back.
Yeah. So there's that thing to play into it too. I was wondering if there were some guys that have been linked to the Jays yet for that bullpen, because like Mason Fluharty, great name.
Great name.
Just learning about this guy, he's throwing. There's a Little as well, Brendan Little, I think, or something like that. Like just
That sounds right.
yeah, something along those lines. Like their bullpen's full of guys I'm not really, I don't really know much about. So
And that's kind of the way it is with bullpen guys.
Yeah.
They're kind of
They come and
interchangeable
go.
spare parts
Yeah.
a little bit, and you hope they do the job.
When you think about it, they all come in as starters, right? And then you have
Exactly.
to make that transition from that to a bullpen guy. And a lot of times, some guys that takes them off to the moon, and some guys that just sends them down.
One of my favorite things, Andrew Chafin, a guy who's been a reliever in the majors for a long time, when he was a Cub, he had a partnership with this local company called Obvious Shirts in Chicago, and they always make great Cubs, hilarious themed shirts. And so for him, they made one that just said "failed starter."
Oh,
And so all the guys in the bullpen were wearing shirts that said "failed starter."
and they weren't wrong.
Yeah,
Very accurate shirts. Okay, buddy, we got a couple minutes to go. I want you to take this time now.
do it.
Tell us all about your Cubbies. This is your Cubbies, free Cubbies time. Tell us why everyone should love your Cubbies.
Well, for one thing, up until this afternoon, they had the best record in baseball.
That's crazy. That is
Unfortunately, we
crazy.
just dropped 2 of 3 to the Kansas City Royals
Ooh,
somehow.
that's why you got all chafed when I mentioned the Royals.
Yeah.
I see.
Yeah,
I thought
it's
we were
a-
looking back at the J series, but no, okay.
No, it was a
They
tough
put one
series,
up on the
but
Cubbies.
other than that, it's still been going really well. I mean, the good thing is when you're talking, not that it's necessarily a huge race to have the best record in baseball, but you want it because that's how you
be
get
nice.
home field advantage
That's it,
potentially in
all
the
the way
World
through,
Series.
yeah.
The Detroit Tigers this afternoon just finished getting swept by the Pittsburgh Pirates.
Love seeing that.
The Pirates, so far, in the last month and a half or so, they've swept the Cardinals, the Mets, and the Tigers, and also have been swept by the White Sox.
There it is.
The
best
Pirates
in the
make
world.
no sense. They are just ridiculous.
They've always been that way, man.
Yeah.
All the way back. And we say it all the time, poor Paul Skeens.
Yeah.
You know,
Oh,
I saw a
God.
stat today that said
It's malpractice what
He's-
the Pirates are doing there.
44 career starts so far for Paul
Yeah.
Skeens. And he's the first pitcher ever in the history of baseball to go 44 starts and have a sub-2 ERA
Yeah.
for his career.
The other night when he was pitching against Detroit, I was on my text thread with my fantasy baseball friends, and the Pirates went up 3-0. It's like, hey, the Pirates just got Paul Skeens a season's worth of runs,
Where they can't carry them
and he
over.
got a win. Yeah.
It's
Crazy what
nuts
they're
how
doing.
that all works.
Their biggest free agent contract in the last 20 years, I'm blanking on the name, but I believe it was 2 years, $16 million. It's
Could
just
you imagine?
and they have their owner is one of the wealthiest owners.
They
in
got the
sport.
nicest park in baseball.
Oh, it's
Arguably,
so
they have
beautiful.
everything going for them, but they refuse to act like a big league club.
Yeah, when your team is playing in Pittsburgh, go to Pittsburgh. It's worth it. It's a beautiful
It's
city,
amazing.
phenomenal
Seal
stadium,
town.
kind people. They make amazing dishes that are all pierogi based. Pittsburgh is a great underrated trip and a great underrated stadium.
I'm with you, buddy.
But yeah, sorry, the Cubs.
yes.
Cubs are good. Don't like losing 2 out of 3 to the Royals, but we get the White Sox this weekend. So
Is Pete Crow Armstrong actually a bit of a not nice person like the world's starting to call him? Is he like the cocky, hot up and coming prospect?
I wanted to believe that for a long time because that's the way he seems on
That's
the
what- and
exterior.
this is why I wanted to
think he's a
ask you.
genuinely nice, good guy. Like they
plays the
just
game
had a
hard.
thing. On the weekend, some kids had a lemonade stand because they were trying to raise money to get their hair dyed like Pete Crow Armstrong. Pete Crow Armstrong heard about it, went to the
there, of
lemonade
course he
stand,
did.
bought lemonade, and here's a couple $100 so you can get your hair done like
See,
me.
you can't
He
be a
seems
bad
like
guy
such
for
a
doing
nice
that,
guy.
right? It's
And when
just-
during the All-Star game, when they had him mic'd up, I loved what he said. They asked him, hey, Pete, what do you say to young fans who want to be like you, who want to emulate? And he said, you should be yourself.
There it is.
Don't try and be me. Be yourself. Embrace who you are, and
Isn't that
you'll
beautiful?
be who you're supposed to be. And I was
See,
like, that's fantastic.
I knew-
22-year-old saying stuff like that.
I knew you would.
I love Pete
you would
Crow
help
Armstrong.
me overcome this sort of stigma that they're trying to put on this guy.
I traded him away in fantasy once, and I regret it. Oh, it was the year I won my title in my home league, but
Still,
it still kind of haunts me.
hurts a little bit. Let's go ahead and wake up Frankie Phenom.
I need more energy drink.
What a show. In case you're keeping track at home, we covered, this show has everything.
Everything.
We had
Ran the gamut.
The birthday week continuing over at the Saskatoon Forestry Farm and Zoo. Our buddy Jeff, the manager of the zoo, put on his big party for Coda and Mastaya today. So that
Happy
continues
birthday,
tomorrow and on Friday as well. So get in there and celebrate with those 20-year-old bears, orphaned and living here, living that Saskatchewan life. We also got into wings, LB's brand new jerky business he's about to start, I think.
Sounds
Very cool.
great.
Yeah. Bugsies, we were doing the 69. Get those wings, get your passport. That was good. Talking about superskillshockey.ca. We talked baseball.
Berries, back in action
Berries.
tomorrow night.
That's
Next
it.
Gen Patch, Cairns Field.
And the Nard
After a
Dog.
long layoff.
Nard Dog coming in about an
Nard
hour
Dog.
from now. He'll be sitting down with Flats, and we'll check in with him fresh off that, not just victory for the East, which does sound really weird to say, by the way,
yeah.
the East All-Star team,
Yeah.
but as well the 7 dingers that he hit to win the home run derby.
I don't think he won it.
Did he not
but
win
he
it?
had a good performance.
I thought he won it.
I don't think he won the home run.
Okay,
derby.
well,
sorry.
Hey, legend has it,
Yeah.
right? That's what we say. Nothing from LB. You guys smile at least? Is he, he's not even paying attention. What an engineer he is.
A hell of an engineer.
That's my guy, and host
Rambling
too.
Rick from Georgia Tech and a hell of an engineer. Hey, look, I'm singing again. Someone get
It's
Simon
the
another energy drink.
It's the energy. 13th Mellon this Friday taking on Edmonton. The Riders will be on the air at 6:30 with our Bugsies Game Day Feast. Looking very forward to that. What's crazy over there, buddy? Just the show as a whole? Yeah. Energy drinks, man. You can tell when guys don't drink energy
Crazy.
drinks. That's what we do. What a tough guy, hey?
Yeah.
Jeez.
I remember I had one right before I went on. I was doing a Rattlers game, and I was really tired, kind of dragging. It's like I had an energy drink, and I said to our sideline reporter, Heather Morrison's like,
Shout out, Heather.
I've never used cocaine in my life. I think this is what it feels like when someone does cocaine. And she's like, you're going to be okay.
We'll get you through this, brother.
Yeah.
Oh, what another
And I
angel
was.
of a human right there, Heather Morrison. Good
The
shout
best.
out.
HMO.
Yeah. Huge fan. So, yeah, and we talked about so many things. Great show, as always. Thank you to you for making it in.
Thank you.
Always appreciate it. As we always have so much fun, we'll be back tomorrow with another edition of your show. Until then, remember, karma's very real. Do good things and they'll happen to you. Just like this place. Woo!